Hello and welcome to the Right Now Oregon Show. I'm your host, Alex McCadden. You can find all episodes of this program, as well as breaking news updates, more great Oregon podcasts, and editorials from Beaver State thought leaders online at www.rightnoworegon.com. Thanks for tuning in to today's show.
Please introduce yourself and tell us which office you're running for.
So I am Marion County Commissioner Danielle Bethell, and I am running for governor.
Can you tell me more about your work as a county commissioner?
So I have been a county commissioner now starting my 6th year in Marion County, and the work that we do is related to the execution of local government. At the end of the day, we run the county. There's 3 of us in Marion County that are elected, and I suppose we have to work together to execute the executive functions. We oversee several departments, a transportation system, a behavioral health system, a public safety system, juvenile system. Inside the county is the clerk's office, the assessor's office. There's a myriad of departments that execute local community government. And it's my responsibility as an executive with my peers to make sure that the system is efficient and effective and being responsive to local community needs.
Can you tell me more about your biography before you became a commissioner?
So I'm a 5th-generation Oregonian. I was born in Eugene, and I was predominantly raised in the Salem area. My parents divorced when I was around 4 years old, and I was raised by my mom. I have an older sister who grew up with me. I have had a variety of different jobs since I graduated high school. I have worked in the fire service. I have worked for the state. I've worked for a Chamber of Commerce. In fact, before I was a county commissioner, I was a executive of a Chamber of Commerce. I ran and was seated on the Salem Kaiser School Board. So I've got a variety of different experience that helps me be a part of the community in a variety of ways and set me up to be successful as a county commissioner.
All right, next up, I want to hear just more about your community of Marion County and what you love about it, what makes it so special.
Yeah, I love talking about Marion County. I think, of course, I'm a little bit biased. I think it's the best county in the state. It's the 5th largest county in Oregon. It happens to be what's considered the ag producing county of the state. We have more than 2,500 small farms that produce a significant amount of agriculture products that are exported out of the state, out of the country, and then, of course, across the state. Marion County is equally urban and equally rural. So I have the opportunity to participate in geography that is really difficult to reach when it comes to governing and executing infrastructure projects and understanding the distance that rural Oregonians have from urban spaces. And I have the privilege of also living in and around and representing urban communities. The city of Salem happens to be inside Marion County. And it has a lot of its own challenges too, being an urban space. Both urban and rural communities and frontier communities in Oregon have really unique opportunities and challenges that myself as a local elected leader need to understand so I can participate in the progress, growth, and success. I would say my favorite thing about Marion County is that I can go from my office in downtown Salem to Detroit Reservoir on a summer sunny day and be in the thick of policymaking and then also in the relaxing space of a kayak under the sun.
All right, next up, what can you tell me are the issues that Oregonians are saying they want the next governor to focus on?
Oh, man, in general, one word, livability. I have been in several counties across Oregon since April of last year when my campaign officially took off. It was my primary focus to make sure that I could make my way into rural and frontier counties to hear from the residents specifically. And livability to each community is a little different. In the urban space, it's around cost, which is a statewide issue. We all feel that we're being overtaxed and we're not getting the outcomes that were promised, whether that be in the transportation system or the mental health and addiction system or the education system. But it also means livability to feeling comfortable and being able to go out into your community and enjoy a night out on the town or meet friends for an afternoon walk in a park. being able to feel safe in your community is a priority for all Oregonians. And right now, that concept is being strained, not just because we have issues with the public safety concept, but because people are feeling, I would say, fearful and concerned about their stability in Oregon because they're not being heard and understood and represented equally at the state level in the governor's office.
Who would you say is your favorite Oregon historical figure?
This is a great question. And I don't know that most Oregonians know this, but Beverly Clearly actually is one of my most favorite Oregon historians. So she's an author. Most people might know her because she wrote the books Ramona Quimby. And she is the author that helped me learn to read. She's actually from McMinnville, born and raised, and she wrote practical books for young readers to be able to explore their curiosity and also teach them good life skills like making good decisions. If you don't know about Beverly Clearly and or Ramona Quimby, I would encourage you to look her up and bring her into your home because it's a good time.
What are the primary sources of your personal values?
My family. So one of the things that I have the opportunity to share about is how I was raised. My mom had severe and persistent mental illness, and because of that, she struggled to have stability or offer stability to my sister and I. We navigated a lot of interesting environments growing up. The first time that I experienced homelessness, I was in elementary school, and I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be living the way that I was living. But my family today, I'm a mom, a wife, and a grandmother, are the most important driving factors of the decisions that I make because I've achieved stability in a comfortable family and a loving home, something that I struggled to experience as a child. I think every person should know what it is to be loved and how to love. And because I have achieved that now in my life, I have the ability to go into communities and understand what it is to struggle and what it is to feel alone and left out and ignored. My husband has been quite the champion of me as a human being, and he has spent a long time. We've been married almost 21 years in our relationship, teaching me how to accept love and that it comes in all forms. And because I understand that now, I have the opportunity to share that feeling with anyone and everyone that wants to be on the receiving end of it.
Time for my world famous lightning round. So first off, ducks or beavers?
Beavers, I'm a grad.
All righty. What is your favorite West Side Oregon landmark?
It'd be Fogarty Beach over the south side of Lincoln City on the Oregon coast.
Okay. And what is your favorite East Side Oregon landmark?
Honestly, when I saw that question coming forward, I felt challenged to answer it. And I'll have to say, top of mind, the Painted Hills. However, Lake County, Oregon is a second runner-up for me because it has some of the most amazing views I've ever experienced in Oregon.
Nice. All right. What is your favorite Oregon beverage?
Well, it would be the Willamette Valley Pinot Noir that comes from Willamette Valley Vineyards.
Good. All right. What is your favorite Oregon food?
I don't have one. I maybe would consider myself a foodie. Yeah, I don't have a specific Oregon food. If I had to pick one today because someone forced me into it, it would probably be Tillamook cheese curds because I can eat it with my wine.
There you go. And last up there, what is your favorite restaurant in Oregon?
My favorite restaurant in Oregon. I don't I don't know that I have a favorite restaurant in Oregon. My go-to restaurant is in downtown Almsville. It's called G3 Burgers and Pizza. And it's just a kind of a watering hole space in my local community that I frequent and feel good about because people don't berate me when I walk in the door. They just let me be a person.
How can voters connect with you and learn more about your campaign?
Yeah, so people can go visit my website at daniellebethelforgovernor.com. And you can also find me on all the social media platforms. The most active is Facebook. I'm of the age where Facebook is a mode that I understand. It started with my generation. And I do a lot of posting and presenting ideas and concepts there. And actually, in the near future, I'll be hosting a podcast called All the Things with Danielle Bethell. And we'll be pushing it through those platforms as well.
Do you have any final thoughts for Oregon voters?
Yeah, I would say that for the first time in my life as a Republican candidate and just a Republican in Oregon, we have a really exciting primary. Republicans are showing up. because we want change. There's a lot of opportunities for us to decide who the candidate is that should lead Oregon forward and win in November. And I would like all of you to consider me as that candidate. And while today was brief, there's a lot more depth to who I am and the information that I have to offer. And I hope that you'll reach out and engage so that way you can get to know me and make a fair decision when the ballot arrives in May.
Thanks again for joining us on this episode of the Right Now Oregon Show. This has been your host, Alex McCadden. You can find all episodes of this program, as well as breaking news updates and more great Oregon podcasts and editorials from Beaver State thought leaders online at rightnoworegon.com. Until next time, Oregon.